The Tennessee Titans got a massive upset over the Houston Texans, led by Will Levis creating explosives and the defense coming up big. I'm going to break down the Titans' top 4 plays from Week 12 on today's Tic Tac 4-Pack from Tic Tac Titans. Titans fans, welcome into another film breakdown from Tic Tac Titans, your home for Tennessee Titans X's and O's. I am your host, Tyler Rowland, 25 years as a Tennessee Titans fanatic. I've covered the team for Sports Illustrated, USA Today, and hosted the #1 Tennessee Titans podcast, Locked On Titans, for 6 seasons. On today's film breakdown, it's time for our Week 12 Tic Tac 4-Pack, where I look at the top 4 plays from the week. Going to be a lot more fun this week with the Titans getting a massive win. But before we dive into it, do want to remind you to get subscribed, stay subscribed for year-round Tennessee Titans film content. Make sure you throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a Titan up down in the chat. Do want to remind you also, I'm going to have a Will Levis film breakdown out on the channel. I'm going to do a Jarvis Brownlee Jr. film breakdown later this week as well. So make sure that you don't miss this free Tennessee Titans film content. But with that being said, as we always do, let's step into the film room. First play of our Week 12 Tic Tac 4-Pack is the bomb from Will Levis to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. This is an excellent design by Brian Callahan to set this up against the Houston Texans. So let's look at what's happening here. So the Houston Texans are in a cover 4 defense. Quarter, right here, okay? And then on the play side, they have an intermediate hook defender right here. So what's going to happen is Calvin Ridley is going to come out, and he's going to run an in-breaking route. And the idea of that is he wants to occupy this hook defender. And then Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, typically what the Titans like to do here is they like to run a play where they have a short route right there that gets to the hook defender, and then they're going to bring Nick Westbrook-Ikhine in, and he's just going to wrap around that intermediate defender and run an in route into the inside of the field. So the idea is you occupy this defender right here, and then NWI can roll right around him, and it creates a throwing lane for Will Levis right here for an easy completion. But the Titans use that and trick the Houston Texans with it, because what happens is Calvin Ridley is going to run that interior route right here, and the safety is like, okay, I've seen this before. I know that Nick Westbrook-Ikhine is about to wrap around, and NWI fakes it and then takes it upfield, and the Texans are caught completely off guard in their cover 4 coverage. So he gets around. Look, the intermediate hook defender is right here, okay? And then you're going to have NWI fakes this in route right here and then cuts it upfield. Excellent design, and a twist on the play that they scored on against the Chargers with NWI as well. Inside, and then boom, he's gone. So again, watch the break by NWI to sell this. Inside, snap. And look at the defender's momentum. Coming forward, you are beat, sir. And then that's one half of it. Now an excellent throw from Will Levis to hit pay dirt. And not only that, but you look at the protection up front here. Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson are probably the best edge rushing group in the entire NFL. All right, and it was a tough day for the Titans offensive tackles, but this is an incredibly difficult matchup. But watch what J.C. Latham does here. Danielle Hunter fires out and beats him with an inside move. He's beat. But J.C. Latham reacts and recovers and drives Danielle Hunter across the pocket entirely to give Will Levis enough time to throw this ball. What a play by J.C. Latham here. Initially beat, recovers, drives his man across, gives his quarterback time, touchdown Titans. Excellent play. Second play of the Tic Tac 4-Pack might be the biggest play of the day. 70-yard touchdown to Chig Okonkwo. Great throw by Will Levis with pressure in his face. And then Chig Okonkwo runs 20 miles per hour on the GPS to take this to the house. It's ultimately the game-winning touchdown for the Tennessee Titans. Gets them on the board with 30 points. But right here, I am guessing a little bit here as to what the Texans are doing, but it looks like a cover 4 man where the outside corners have man coverage, and then the safeties right here are kind of playing a match cover 4 where whatever route comes their way is the route that they're going to take. But you're going to see here why Calvin Ridley is so important to this offense. It's not just when he catches the ball. It's the attention that he can take and the focus that defenses have to pay to Calvin Ridley. So what's going to happen here is Calvin Ridley is going to run a vertical route. He's going to run a vertical route down the sideline. And not only is that going to take this cornerback, but it's also going to draw the attention of this safety as well. They're essentially going to double Calvin Ridley on this play. And what happens is you have a backside post here by Bryce Oliver, I believe that is. I think NWI comes on an inside route here. And then Chig Okonkwo is going to run a drag route. And Brian Callahan talked about this play after the game, and he said typically what he would do is he would have Chig Okonkwo come down on the defensive end to provide a little bit of help, but they talked about this play, and they told Chig Okonkwo not to do that, but to just get immediately into his route. And you pair that with a play action concept here, where you have two pullers going out here, and the Titans ran gap pull runs all day long to take advantage of the aggressive, penetrating defensive front of the Houston Texans. So this looks exactly like what the Titans had run all day long. Those buck sweeps with two pullers going outside. The Titans layer their plays together so well under Brian Callahan. It completely fools the Texans' second-level defenders. Look at Henry To'oTo'o right here goes over. Azeez Al-Shire goes over. They're completely fooled by this. I mean, look how far they are over there, completely stymied. And then again, Calvin Ridley on the vertical route right here takes the safety and the cornerback, and it leaves absolutely nobody on Chig Okonkwo. Now, Danielle Hunter is putting pressure on Will Levis there. And look, he is in midair making this throw. Excellent, excellent throw by Will Levis. Puts it right on him to turn and run. And the rest is one of the best yak threats in the NFL at the tight end position. Got to get Chig loose, and he gets Chiggy with it right there. Third play of the Tic Tac 4-pack from Week 12 takes us to the defensive side of the ball. It's the second interception on C.J. Stroud, and an incredible play by Kenneth Murray, a guy who has struggled mightily in coverage this year, but this is just a truly incredible play in coverage. So what the Titans are doing here is, I am not 100% certain what this coverage would be, if I'm honest with you. It looks like cover 2. This is a deep half. This safety's in a deep half. This looks like kind of an extended flat. And then you're going to have some intermediate defenders here in Roger McCreary and then Kenneth Murray. But on the other side of it, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. ends up taking man coverage on this tight end, and then Jerome Baker ends up taking man coverage on the other tight end. So I don't know exactly what you would call that. Some of these coverages are so high level at the NFL level that I simply don't know what they are. But that's what I can see and what I can tell. And then what you're going to get from the Texans is you're going to have a vertical route, and then you're going to get an in route right here. And the in route is ultimately what Kenneth Murray jumps to make this play. So you see Nico Collins is going this way, and the safeties are communicating. I love Mike Brown. He's saying, take this route. Take that deep route. That's you. Take that deep route. I'm going to take this guy right here. And then this ends up getting bent this way. And Kenneth Murray, I just don't know. I don't know how in the world he knew. His momentum is going this direction. The wide receiver is past him. How did he know to float back this way? Just reading the quarterback's eyes. Look at him. He stops. He doesn't see anything, and then he floats. Or it's Nico Collins that comes in on the deep in route right here, and then Robert Woods that ends up going deep. So the wide receivers' routes were flipped from what I initially had written on the screen. But how did Kenneth Murray, with eyes in the back of his head, know to float back this direction? And then not only to be in the right position, but to make this play. Boom. What an incredible play to go up and get that football. Clearly the best play in coverage Kenneth Murray has had all season. I mean, just incredible and shocking, quite honestly, with the struggles that he's had in coverage so far. Good pressure from Landry forces a step up. Stroud with a ton of traffic, with Jeffery Simmons getting the pressure. T'Vondre Sweat being an immovable force. Draws a holding call right there too. Boom. Wow. What a play by Kenneth Murray. All right, folks, last play of the Tic Tac 4-pack. You are getting a 2-for-1 here. So, the Titans are in a cover 2 defense right here. You have your 2 deep half safeties. All right? And then you're going to have your flat defenders right here and then right here. Okay? You have your intermediates. Hook, hook, hook. But this play is really all about Jeffery Simmons right here. Closers, baby. Closers. Because Simmons puts a nasty move on. I mean, Stroud can't even get to the back of his drop. So we could talk about the route concept and the coverage, but when you win like this up front, it does not matter what happened in the back end. This isn't a coverage sack, folks. This is Jeffery Simmons being one of the most dominant defensive linemen in the entire NFL. Check out what he does to Juice Scruggs right here, number 70. Oh, man. The poor Texans interior trio of Shaq Mason and Patterson and Juice Scruggs, they got bullied all day long. And watch this move Simmons puts on him. Boom. Slap the hands away and then rip through. Slap the hands, rip through. And he's so strong that Stroud's pulling up and Simmons does enough to take his balance. Huge, huge play by Jeffery Simmons. Again, it's a 2-for-1, folks. Giving you a little added value here. This is a great play by Harold Landry. This is just an excellent play by Harold Landry, the Titans defensive line. You see the Texans come out. I would say the Titans are in a cover 4 right here. Corner, corner, or safety, safety, corner. You got 3 people underneath. You got your middle hook defender. You got Roger McCreary, who's kind of a curl flat. Jerome Baker is a curl flat with extra attention on this running back. Who's open? Who's open? Covered, covered, covered. Nobody there. And the Texans leave in a couple of guys to help on the initial protection, and it doesn't matter because Stroud is flustered. He's worried. He's scared. He almost pulls a Dan Orlovsky and runs out of the back of the end zone, but Harold Landry throws him there anyway. Game over. Safety. Titans win. Back-to-back plays where the defensive line just absolutely closes the game for the Titans. We'll see the pressure here. Landry, speed to power. Stroud has to go somewhere, tries to escape. Landry, good athlete right there. Game over. Titans win. Titans fans, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Tic Tac 4-pack. Surely is a lot more fun to break down the plays after a big-time Tennessee Titans win. Big plays from Will Levis. Great scheme from Brian Callahan. The defense coming up clutch. Love to see it. Again, I'm going to have a Will Levis film breakdown out on Tuesday. I'm going to do some Jarvis Brownlee Jr. stuff later in the week as well. You're not going to want to miss that, so make sure that you get subscribed, stay subscribed, throw a thumbs up on the video, throw a tighten up down in the chat. I am your host, Tyler Rowland. That's going to do it for today's film breakdown. And as I tell you guys every single time, tighten up.